I'm glad we have the chance to speak today. I've often wanted to ask your opinion about witchcraft. Many strange stories are told about witches and magic. Do you think these things are truly real, or are they just superstition? Witchcraft is real. Both religious writings and many reliable witnesses confirm it. The devil is constantly trying to influence the world and deceive people, and he often works through humans who willingly serve him. But people tell many unbelievable stories. Some seem exaggerated or impossible. That's true. Some stories are exaggerated. However, many others are genuine. Witchcraft exists because certain people make agreements with the devil. In exchange for their loyalty, he gives them the ability to cause harm or perform strange acts. It's difficult to understand why anyone would make such a terrible agreement. The devil tempts people with promises of power, revenge, or secret knowledge. Those who fall for these temptations become witches. Are all magical practices the same, or are there different kinds? There are many different names for magical practices, but they all come from the same source, the devil. Some examples include necromancy, attempting to communicate with spirits or the dead; sorcery, using spells or charms to cause harm; enchantments, using words, rituals, or objects believed to have supernatural power. Even if some forms of magic appear harmless, they still rely on supernatural forces that come from the devil. But what if someone uses these practices without knowing their true origin? That happens often. The devil deceives people into believing they are practicing harmless or natural knowledge, when in fact they are being led into forbidden actions. How do witches supposedly form a connection with the devil? Witches are believed to make a pact with him. This pact usually involves rejecting God and promising loyalty to the devil in return. The devil gives them certain abilities and helps them carry out harmful acts. Sometimes the devil also assigns a familiar spirit to the witch. A familiar is a small demon that may appear as an animal and assist the witch. It's frightening to think that anyone would willingly reject their faith for such things. Yes, but temptation can be powerful. The devil often targets people who feel angry, desperate, or eager for power. What kinds of things were witches believed to be capable of doing? People believed witches could perform many harmful acts, such as causing illness or death, damaging crops or livestock, creating storms or unnatural weather, influencing a person's mind or emotions. However, witches do not possess these powers themselves. The devil performs the supernatural actions, but he does so at the witch's request. So the witch asks for the harm, but the devil actually carries it out. Exactly. Do witches act alone, or do they gather together? Witches were believed to gather in secret meetings, usually at night. At these gatherings, they supposedly worship the devil and plan harmful acts. Some reports describe these meetings as dark ceremonies that imitate religious worship. The devil may appear at these meetings and give instructions to his followers. Are these gatherings proven to happen? Many accused witches confessed to attending such meetings, although confessions were often obtained during trials. Why was witchcraft treated as such a serious crime? Because it was believed to be both a crime against God, a crime against society. A witch was thought to willingly cooperate with the devil harm other people. Because of this, governments believed witches should be punished severely. If witchcraft truly causes harm and involves the devil, I can understand why the law would treat it seriously. Exactly. Protecting society from such evil was considered necessary. Now that we have discussed witches, I want to understand more about spirits. What exactly are these demons that people speak about? Demons are fallen angels who rebelled against God. After their fall, they became evil spirits whose purpose is to deceive and corrupt humanity. They do not have physical bodies like humans, but they can sometimes appear in visible forms when they wish to influence or frighten people. If they have no bodies, how can they interact with the physical world? They can influence the world indirectly. They may manipulate nature, affect a person's thoughts, or create illusions that appear real to human senses. How can a demon enter a human body? Possession occurs when a demon takes control of a person's body or mind. This may happen as punishment for sin, or when the devil is allowed to influence someone strongly. When someone is possessed, they may behave strangely, speak in unfamiliar voices, or show knowledge they should not possess. But couldn't some of these behaviors be caused by illness or madness? Yes, that is possible. Not every strange behavior is possession. That is why careful judgment is required before declaring someone possessed. So some people may pretend to be possessed. Yes, some people fake possession in order to gain attention, sympathy, or money. There are also cases where people believe they are possessed, but are actually suffering from illness or emotional distress. Because of this, it is important to investigate carefully before assuming demonic involvement. That makes sense. Otherwise, innocent people could be wrongly accused. Exactly. How do demons trick people? Demons often deceive humans through illusions. They may create visions, strange sounds, or dreams that appear supernatural. They may also pretend to be the spirits of dead people, or appear as helpful beings offering knowledge. Their goal is always to mislead humans and lead them away from truth. So, even supernatural experiences might not be trustworthy. Exactly. Many visions or ghostly appearances could be deceptions created by demons. If someone truly is possessed, how can the demon be removed? The only reliable way is through sincere prayer and religious faith. A person must seek spiritual help and turn toward God. Attempts to remove demons through magic or charms are dangerous because they rely on the same evil forces. True relief can only come through spiritual authority and faith. So the cure must come from religion, not magic. Exactly. People often claim to see ghosts or spirits of the dead. Are these actually the spirits of deceased people? No. According to the beliefs of the time, the souls of the dead do not wander the earth. When people see apparitions, they are most likely demons pretending to be spirits. Demons create these appearances to frighten people or mislead them. So when people believe they are speaking with the dead, they may actually be speaking with a demon. Exactly. Why would demons pretend to be ghosts? Because humans are more likely to trust someone they believe to be a deceased friend or relative. By taking this form, demons can spread false messages or manipulate people. Their goal is always deception. Many people speak about fairies and other supernatural creatures. Are these real beings? According to the beliefs described in the book, fairies are not separate creatures, but another form taken by demons. Stories about fairies, spirits, and magical beings are believed to come from demonic illusions. Demons take these forms to interact with humans without revealing their true nature. How do demons create these illusions? Demons can manipulate human senses. They may create visions or sounds that seem real but are actually false. This allows them to make people believe they have seen impossible things, such as supernatural creatures or magical events. What about reports of strange supernatural happenings, objects moving, mysterious lights, or unexplained sounds? Many of these events could be caused by demons trying to frighten or confuse people. However, some reports may also be exaggerations or misunderstandings of natural events. Why would demons go to such trouble to frighten or deceive humans? Because their purpose is to lead people away from truth and faith. By creating fear, confusion, or fascination with supernatural things, they weaken a person's judgment. How can people protect themselves from such deception? By remaining faithful and avoiding practices connected to magic or witchcraft. Strong belief and prayer were believed to protect people from demonic influence. After everything we have discussed, it seems that witches, demons, and supernatural events were believed to be deeply connected. Yes, the book concludes that witches act as servants of the devil, and that demons use many methods to influence the world. Because of this belief, governments and courts at the time believed they had a duty to punish witchcraft and protect society.